What's up, YouTube? Scooby here. I know I've been missing in action recently, and I apologize for that. I've been playing a ton of the new asymmetrical game Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and taking a much-needed break from Dead by Daylight. As of 2 days ago, Behavior Interactive launched a new Alien chapter, and I figured there was no better time for my return. So, let's go! I'm back! So, as a big fan of the Alien franchise, and seeing that they had a queen skin, I had to get it.
Hello.
And the lobby animation is absolutely spectacular. This is fantastic. So what do we have planned for today? Well, I've had an opportunity to play a few matches with the Xenomorph, and in running through different kinds of builds and whatnot to see what felt the most comfortable for me, I came across a build that I thought was extraordinarily powerful. I've had nothing but great results with this build. At the time of recording this video, I can honestly tell you that in the dozens and dozens of matches that I've played, I can count on one hand the number of times that I've either gotten a 2K or less. So, figured this build was worth sharing, and let's dive into it. So my first perk is a Xenomorph perk. It's called Alien Instinct. This perk activates when you hook a survivor. You see the aura of the furthest injured survivor for 5 seconds, and that survivor is oblivious for 20 seconds. This is fantastic for finding somebody out there that's already injured. This also makes them oblivious for 20 seconds so they won't even see you coming. Easy prey. My next perk is going to be Hex Devour Hope. At 2 stacks, we get a haste buff, at 3 stacks, we can one-hit down survivors, and at 5 stacks, we can mori survivors, even if they aren't on death hook. Since we're not going to be sticking around the hook, after we hook somebody, this sounded like the right play. Next up is Hex on 9. Not only is this going to help protect our Devour Hope totem, but anytime a survivor comes within 4 meters of any totem on the map, their aura is going to be revealed, and that's free information. Lastly, we're going to be using Lethal Pursuer. Since we can traverse the map immediately from spawn, this is going to allow us to find out where survivors are and start a chase as soon as the match starts. Not only that, but the additional 2-second aura read that it's going to give our perks like Alien Instinct and Undying is definitely something we're going to want. When it comes to add-ons, I have to admit that I'm still trying to figure out which ones feel good. For this video, I'm using Emergency Helmet. This add-on reduces my staggering from turrets by 35%. This allows me to stay in chase better and destroy turrets before they can pull me out of crawler mode. My next add-on is going to be Light Wand. Light Wand increases the downtime of turrets by 1 second when exiting a tunnel. So if a survivor has placed a turret near a tunnel, this gives me more time to simply avoid it. It's worth adding that in my subsequent matches since making this video, I've replaced Light Wand with Parker's Headband. Parker's Headband gives me 5% haste for 3 seconds after exiting a tunnel. I've found that this feels pretty good when getting your bearings and honing in on survivors found by Killer Instinct. Well, that's the build. Give the build a try and let me know what you think in the comments. What would you change? What builds have you been using on Xenomorph? I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, enjoy the next couple of matches where you can see how it's been working for me. Alright, Garden of Joy, putting the build to the test right off the get. So we're going to use our Lethal Pursuer to get an idea as to where the survivors are. We're going to mark that furthest away tunnel, and since we can teleport right away, or rather traverse right away, we're going to head on over to where the survivors were. We're going to immediately get our crawler mode. And we're going to find the Ada, start to chase her. She's going to take the vault. We're just going to miss the tail whip on the Ada. Pursue her into Shack. She vaults, and she's going to come around and decide to not stay in Shack and instead take the pallet. And Fung is here, and rather than continue to chase the Ada, who's going to continue on into Shack, we're going to chase Fung instead, because she's more out in the open. We missed the tail whip on the Fung, because she ducked, but she's kind of out in the open here. This should be an easy down. And right off the get, the match has literally just started, and we're already looking at our first hook. Immediate pressure from the start. So we don't have any aura read yet, but we do know that the majority of them spawned over at this generator over here by the shack. So it's pretty safe to assume that somebody is going to be there. So we're going to head on back over here, kick this gen for a little pressure, and immediately we're going to see the Nia, or I'm sorry, that's the Ada, who's in Shack. The reason why we saw her aura was because of Undying. There's a totem inside of Shack. And gonna get this tail whip on the Ada. And we're gonna try to mind game this a little bit. We're kind of unsuccessful at it, but she opts to not vault, drop the pallet. We're gonna get rid of this pallet early at 5 generators. That's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on pursuing her. She pre-drops this pallet, but it's kind of a very unsafe pallet, so this again should be another quick down. Get the down on 8 at the pallet. We're gonna have to break this. Hook her, and right away, again, that's 2 hooks. These survivors have not really had a chance to start anything yet. So we're doing pretty good. Again, we're not going to see any aura read value because nobody is injured, unfortunately. But we're going to go ahead, our game sense is going to tell us that they're probably somewhere off in the distance. Kick this for a little bit of pressure, and then we're going to kind of just gamble here. We're going to take a guess as to where we think they might be. It's 1 generator done already. I'm going to come out. I did not know that I was going to come out into the house. That's a little bit unfortunate. Sadly, you kind of can't exactly see where you're going to be going, so that tends to happen. But we did get a little bit lucky, and we found the Nia. We're going to get a nice tail whip on the Nia here. She's going to head up in the house. We're going to come around here. She opts to not go upstairs, but instead head to the left and pre-drops that pallet, but keeps on running. Hangs a left here, which is a dead end, and, well, mistake in our favor. This is going to be yet another hook for us, and potentially another Devour Hope stack. Already at 2 stacks, and like, literally the match has just begun. So we're going to head back over to the Shack side. And yep, as thought. And the Fung is... I don't know what the Fung is doing there, but anyway. We're going to pursue her. She's probably going to pre-drop this pallet. She doesn't pre-drop this pallet, she's just stuck. So we're going to get this easy down. Not sure why she greeted that. Especially with this being her second hook. And luckily enough, we were able to get this down before they were able to unhook the Nia. So Nia's unhook is going to be 3 tokens on Devour, which is going to allow us to one-shot down people, and they still don't know we have Devour. So we're in a really good spot there. Once again, we're going to be taking a slight guess, although I did think I saw Nia's aura. Now keep in mind, Nia, even though she's now healed, she was injured at the time when we hooked, so we did get to see her aura, and she is oblivious for the next 20 seconds. But unfortunate for us, they pieced out here really quick, and I'm not entirely sure where we went, but we found the Dwight. I don't know why I didn't go for the tail whip there. I missed the M1. He opts to head out into a dead zone. This is definitely going to be a down. Alright, we get the down on Dwight really quick. We also gained a 4th token from the unhook of Fung. And we have so much pressure right now, it's not even funny. They're at 4 gens. Now they know that we have Devour Hope, and there's not a whole lot they can do. Again, we don't got the aura read on Alien Instinct. However, because Undying exists, we do have the aura read on Fung. I think that's Fung. Yes. On Fung, who is just cleansing a totem or blessing a totem, maybe. And this is going to be an easy down. So this is going to be Fung's second hook, I believe? Yes, it's going to be Fung's second hook. And now we're at 5 stacks, so we're just going to drop Fung. And now we have our ability to Mori. And I think that was actually her death hook, if I'm not mistaken. But at any rate, she's dead now. So because we kind of had an idea as to where Dwight was hooked, they just completed the generator up in the building. So they're probably going to be vaulting out that window. So it's not a bad idea to just head over in that direction. Let's see what we can find. kind of clueless, so we're kind of searching now, but that's the nice thing about this. We have no cooldown on our teleportation, so we can just kind of search around as much as we want to gen. Keeping in mind they're probably not on a generator at this point. They realize that not only does Devour exist, but the Moriable Devour exists, so they're looking for totems. Okay, they did cleanse one totem. That is going to be Undying, so our Devour is still up. Still kind of hunting for a player here. If it looks like I'm kind of walking around semi-clueless here, it's because I am. I was looking for my Devour totem, which is right there. So now at least I know where the totem is. So if any time I'm having a hard time finding a survivor, that's probably going to be a really good place to look for it right off the get. And this is going to be Dwight again. I'm not entirely sure why he was trying to hide. Maybe he didn't think I saw him. But because, again, we're still at 5 stacks of Devour, this is going to be the end of Dwight. So brilliant. We're at 3 gens, and 2 are dead already. We've had constant pressure this entire match. And this game is basically GG's. There's no way, even if they find Devour, they're not going to be able to do 3 gens with just the 2 of them. I teleported to that vent simply because I knew that that's where my Devour was. So it was, if I have no idea where I'm going to go based on an aura read, then that's the best place to go. So it looks like Nia here is just going to out the Ada. So we're going to get the down on Nia. And then Ada just decides to try to play this pallet. Rather unsuccessfully, and that's GG's. GG's 3 gens. In all honesty, this team really never even had a chance. On Garden of Hope, no less. So, this is a big win for us. And the build came through. We were able to get our 5 stacks of Devour Hope almost immediately, and the team was just on its heels the entire time. So, good for us. Gonna get this Mori here on Nia, and great camera position as always. Gonna get this Mori on Nia, and that's gonna be it for this match. Well done. Garden of Joy, typically a tough game match. We made it happen. Heck yeah, let's go. Alright, we're in Father Campbell's Chapel on Crotus Pen. Just like last game, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our Lethal Pursuer to get an idea of where people are and mark a location for us to go to. We see somebody out there. But as I leave here, I'm going to turn to my left and I'm going to see people in the carnival. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a location out there. Because I'd rather go where there's multiple people, obviously, because gens will get done faster. So we're going to go see if we can like that. Kind of turned around a little bit. I didn't realize I would be coming out of that, like, cart thing. We hear a gen going here. Looks like somebody started it, but they didn't stick around. Unless it was Maurice. It was probably Maurice. We do see Nia over there, so we're gonna head over to this gen. It's chugging. Gonna go smack on Nia. Gonna pursue her. Almost missed that tail whip, and then Nia calls Batman. I don't know why I tried for that tail whip. Could have mind gamed this a little bit. Very loosely. Mostly by your cockiness, I think she goes down. So we're going to break this and go and get her. Now, going to pick her up, I did hear the generator behind me being worked on, so I know somebody is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook Nia, and then I'm going to go turn around and go right back to that generator, because I know somebody's there. Sure enough, it's Ripley. She blows up the gen. We'll take that free 10%. Nope, she turns around and runs right into us. That's 1 stack of Devour Hope on the unhook from Nia, by the way. Oh, we're gonna miss that tail whip. She decided to throw the pallet and just keep running, which is probably smart. But then, she just decides to vault right into our arms, so we'll take that free down. It's 1 gen completed. We have 2 hooks now and 1 stack of Devour. We did see Nia off to the left there. just for a brief second we saw her aura, and we know that she's oblivious, so we're going to head over here thinking that she's probably going to be in this area. So I hesitated because I heard a weird noise that made me think it was something, but that's not going to be the first time that Maurice trips me up. So Claire obviously came in for the unhook on Ripley, giving us another Devour stack. And the reason why we see Claire's aura there is because of Undying. She is passing by a totem. So we're going to keep on pursuing her. She obviously doesn't think that... She didn't think we were behind her, and honestly I didn't remember that that pallet was there. She's going to get off a couple of blinds on us to try to make us lose her, but I have a headset, so... A little bit late on getting that M1 on her. You see who I think is Leon just kind of hovering around over there doing I'm not sure what. We're going to get our crawler mode back here, so that's really good for us. Oh, we're just going to miss that tail whip. Now we hear somebody working on the gen. We heard it, so we're going to come over here. And once again, we're foiled. I think it was Maurice. At that point, the chase is too stale. It's best for us to just leave it and go on to something else. But we have scratch marks in the area. And we find Ripley again, who throws the pallet and... off a tail whip. So this is going to be her second hook. Now, I am purposefully checking this locker. She didn't just make me do that. I didn't know if somebody maybe had head on that she was trying to bait. That was Nia trying to go for the flashlight save, obviously missed. She did a better job trying to get Batman. We're going to get another hit on her. This is usually a survivor's desperation call, knowing that they really don't have anything to run into, so... This is going to be another easy down. So we got 2 stacks on Devour, we have Ripley on her second hook, and we're about to put Nia on her second hook as well. So things are definitely going in our favor. That's now 3 stacks of Devour Hope. We have Ripley on Death Hook, we have Nia on Death Hook, and everybody's insta-down. Get a nice tail whip on Claire there. This is going to be her first hook. Now we have 4 Devour stacks from the unhook on Nia. We definitely have tons of pressure here. These guys haven't really been able to get a whole lot going for them because they've been on the defensive the whole time. It's a good spot to be in for a killer. We're going to head over to the other side because we saw them running over there. They just blew a totem. That was our Undying. We're going to get heavily assaulted here by 3 turrets, which I didn't think was possible anymore, but we did get the final down on Ripley. So this is going to be the end of the game for Ripley. And that sound you heard was just our Devour Hope going. But that's okay. We have already amassed an amazing amount of pressure here, so we're doing alright. We're doing pretty good right now. We're going to lose another gen there. We're down to 2 gens. And I just barely missed that tail whip against Claire. Claire's pretty strong. She's the strongest one on this team. She's running this tile really well, but then she makes a mistake and we capitalize. She vaults back into us. So this is going to be Claire's second hook, I believe? Yes, this is Claire's second hook. So we're going to head back into the carnival because I don't feel like these people have gone very far. I kind of feel like they maybe want this. They want this gen. It's got some progress on it, and they know that they're only 2 gens away from escaping. So we're going to kick this for a little bit of pressure. And we find the Leon just, I don't know, doing Leon things, and we whiff our tail whip, unfortunately. But we have nothing in the way, so we're just going to go off the M1 on him. We're going to go ahead and get this tail whip down, and we hear Nia hooking. So might as well get the down on Nia. I was going to go after the Claire and just end the match, but then I figured this was a pretty strong squad. And I was afraid one of them was going to have Unbreakable. So that's Death Hook for Nia. She's out of the game. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Leon's first hook? Pretty sure it's his first hook. So we're gonna hook him. We're gonna get Alien Instinct on the Claire. So we see exactly where she is. Now she sees us, obviously, but she's gonna try to run away, but she's oblivious too. She doesn't know where we're coming from. And she's gonna run right into us. And that's gonna be the game. We get the down on Claire. And that's gonna be the game. GG's, well played by all. We did get to 5 stacks of Devour. They got us down to 2 gens. We managed to pull off another 4K. Let's go.